कलयति नयनं दिशि दिशि वलितम् पंकजमिव मृदु मारुतचलितम् कलयति नयनं दिशि दिशि अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः। गुरुवे गौरचन्द्राय राधिकाय सदायै कृष्णाय कृष्णभक्ताय तद्भक्ताय नमो नमः। अजानुलम्बितो भुजो कनकवदातो संकीर्तने कपित्रो कमलायताक्षो विशंबरो दुजुवरो युगधर्मपालो वन्दे जगत्प्रियकरो करुणावतारो। Radha Chinta Niveshinam Yasya Kanti Vilopita Shri Krishna Charanam Vande Radha Lingitam Vigraham Mahabodhe Stire Kanakaruchira Nila Shikhare Vasana Prasadanta Sahaj Balabhadrena Balina Subhadra Madhyasta Sakala Sura Seva Vasarado Jagannath Swami Nayana Patagami Bhavatune Bhaktya Vihinaya Parada Lakshe Shiptasya Kamadhitarang Madhe Kripamayi Tam Sharanam Prapanna Vrinde Namaste Sharanarvindam Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasari Gaura Bhaktivinoda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. We are very fortunate. We are here in this beautiful abode, and we have beautiful deities and audience. To the guidance of Guru Vargas here and Vrinda Devi in this house of Kalimbam Devi, her mother, and Radhanath Prabhu. I must say, I'm feeling very honored to be here. Feels like home. And why not? Because Holy Scriptures, deities, Guru Vargas,
Gurudev's blessings here.
I remember Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur saying, Je dine grihe bhajan dekhi, grihe te golok bhai. This is Golok Vrindavan, where everyone is absorbed in bhajan. Why I'm saying so? It's not just to show off, and because I'm here, it's not that I have to take prasadam and then have to fake glorifying these devotees here. Regardless. Yasyasti Bhagavad Bhakta Kinchana Sar Guneste Samasto Sura Hara Abhaktasya Kuto Mahadguna Manorathe Nasti Dhavati Bahi. This verse describes one who is following a Kinchana Bhakti. A Kinchana Bhakti is none other than pure Bhakti. Means Uttama Bhakti, which is also known as Nirmala Bhakti, which is also known as Amala Bhakti. Yasyasti Bhagavad Bhakta Kinchana. One who is following a Kinchana Bhakti means pure Bhakti. Sarguneste Samasto Sura. All the qualities of the word Sura means demigods and Asura means demons.
That's my encore. There's a couple of chairs here for you. You can choose.
The word Sura means demigods and Asura means demons. So in this verse it says Samasta Sura, means the qualities of demigods reflects on that person, on that Vaishnava. How is possible? Demigods, they are prominent in the mode of goodness. Vaishnavas, they are beyond three modes of nature. So the word Sura here means not demigods. Means the qualities of the associates of the Lord reflects on that. Those who following a Kinchana Bhakti. Yasyasti Bhagavad Bhakta Kinchana Sarguniste Samasta Sura Hara Abhaktasya Koto Mahadguna. How the good qualities of the associates can reflect on those who are not following a Kinchana Bhakti. because they are riding on the horse of their mind, and mind is taking them in all different directions. How can the good qualities come? The good qualities can only possible when the heart of the associates melt to see our struggle in our sadhana. If there is no struggle in the sadhana, then there is no fun. If the sadhana goes very natural, in a flow, even that is not pleasing to Krishna. And therefore, intentionally, he put obstructions in that regular flow, in that regular stream. Otherwise, bhakti have to be unbroken stream. You know? Anukulena Krishna Nushilana Bhakti Ruttama. Unbroken stream. Gurudev used to give example pouring oil from one bottle to other. So that's unbroken stream. This is from the sadhaka perspective. But when Krishna intervenes in that, he has to break that flow. Not the flow of bhakti, but the flow of the emotions. It's not allowed to disturb bhakti. Because that bhakti is under the halo of Radharani. But he obstructs the emotions. So tell me, which devotee is there who is not crying for Krishna and who is not having any obstacles in their emotions? Was the stream of bhakti was flowing without any obstruction to Prahlad Maharaj? For Prahlad Maharaj?
So many obstructions.
Pandavas?
So many obstructions.
Draupadi? All examples. Bharat Maharaj, you know the example Bharat Maharaj in Srimad Bhagavatam? Why Krishna was so much pleased with the practices of Bharat Maharaj? Because as being the ruler of the entire planet, when he was doing yajnas, and the Brahmins, priests, chanting the names of different demigods, Indraya Swaha, Suryaya Swaha, Bharat Maharaj is thinking, oh, Indra is just the arms of my Lord. Surya is the eye of my Lord. Chandraya Swaha, Chandra means the eye of my Lord. So he was resembling each and every name of the demigod related to his Ishta, his worshipper. Krishna thought, he is in love with me so much, I must enhance his love. If and when this mood comes in the mind, in the heart of Krishna to enhance anyone's love, the very first thing he does is obstructions.
Wow.
You don't like the regular phenomena. He's not happy with that. And there is no other way out to enhance that love. Love only grows when there is some obstructions. All examples. So Bharat Maharaj obstruction was, how is possible? Can you imagine? From relative and absolute perspective. Shri Bharat Maharaj, who renounced his all comforts and luxuries, being the ruler of the entire planet, as Malvat, passing of a stool. No one turns back and looks to a stool. He renounced his opulence just like passing of a stool. How is possible he can get attached to a deer?
Wow.
He was not attached to his wife, not his kingdom, ministers, ruling, commanding, eating, sleeping. How is possible to get attached to one deer? He could have had thousands of deers in his kingdom. So there are many visions perceiving this. But one is, that was the act of Krishna to enhance the love of Bharat Maharaj. So all episodes in Bhagavatam describes this. Then we're to speak of the extremes, Braj Gopis. Yeah? And it goes more extreme to Radharani. Not easy to meet Krishna. And that's the concern and lamentation of Radharani. In Venugit, when they are looking towards trees, earth, sky, birds, parrot, peacock, and glorifying everyone, saying that, oh, if I'm given the choice to become something, I would rather choose to become a parrot or a peacock or this bhumi, the ground, Vrindavan, or these trees or the deer, because they're not stopped by their husbands to come close to Krishna. In Venugit, Shri Radharani is expressing, I know Krishna put me in separation, but I think I will die in that separation for Krishna. If I die in the separation of Krishna, I want to become a flute. But if Krishna raised the point, oh Radhe, flute has no life. It's just a bamboo stick. Radharani is saying, I know. Flute has no life. It's just a bamboo stick. But I want to become flute. And when I come on the lips of Krishna, I'll be not knowing because I already end of my life. But Krishna is Antaryami. Okay? He's Antaryami. He's Paramatma sitting in everyone's heart. Moment he will touch the flute, I will come to know it's my Radha. And then then Krishna will understand how Radha loves me so much. I will not be able to understand this because I'll be gone. But Krishna will come to understand this. High expressions Radharani exhibiting there. Weeping and crying. Oh, deers are better than our life. We, oh Vidhata of Providence, we don't want to become the gopis in next life. And everyone else is longing to become a gopi. Right? Everyone else is longing to become gopi and praising. Okay? Shri Brahma is praising, Narad is praising, Shiva is praising, everyone. Uddhav is praising. What to become? Krishna Kripa Gopi Dehe Braje Vasamyaham. May I get a birth as a gopi? Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur is teaching. Vishabhanupure Janamalaivo Javat Vivaha. Vishabhanupure Janamalaivo Javat Vivaha. Braj Gopi Bhav Haive Swabha Anabhava Narohive Vishubhanu Sutta Charana Sevane Hoivo Je Palya Dasi. No, that's fine. So everyone else wants to become gopi, and gopis are saying, we don't want to become the gopi. It's so hard for us to meet Krishna. Look at those deers. They are coming with their Krishna Sar husbands. Krishna Sar means those who understood that Krishna is the essence of life. They are coming with their husbands, and husbands are not stopping them. But whereas our husbands stopping us coming to Krishna. So that's why, oh Providence, we want to become dear next life. So without any obstruction, we can come too close to Krishna. Oh, Dhanya sa Murgato api Hiranyayata. And look at those rivers. Jamuna. Kamlo Paraha. Jamuna is flowing and making those ripples and the waves and offering the flowers at the lotus feet of Krishna. They are more fortunate. I want to become river next life. I want to become parrot next life. I want to become... They're getting crazy, totally bewildered. But we don't want to become gopi. Because everyone else can come close to Krishna. Birds, animals, wind, the suckers, the parents, even thou, Balaram, everyone else can come close to Krishna without any obstruction. Only we can't come close to Krishna. So what is the use of this life? It's useless life. Therefore, why the providence has given us this gopi form? We don't want to become gopi. Understand? High expressions of emotions. And everyone else want to become gopi. Gopi gan adhikar rovat gave. You know, Bhakti Thakur's Mangalarati. Devi Lakshmi Shruti gan dharani lotave gopi gan adhikar rovat gave. This is Srila Bhakti Thakur's Mangalarati. Bhale gaura gadadhare arati nihari nadiya purava bhage jau balihari kalpataru tale ratna singasana bori sabu sakhi veshtita Kishora Kishori Purata Jadita Kata Maniga Jamoti Jhamaki Jhamaki Lage Prati Anga Jyoti, etc. etc. But there is one phrase there. Devi Lakshmi Shruti Gana Dharani lotave. Devi, demi-goddess, Lakshmi, the goddess of fortune, and Shrutis, they are rolling on the ground. For what? Gopi ganayadhikara rovatagave. They are crying and weeping, and they want to get that qualification to become a gopi. Okay? Everyone else wants to become gopi, and gopi said we don't want to become gopi. So much obstructions to Radharani. This is called highest limit of love. So, Krishna is very tricky. His name is Vidagdha. So he always liked to play. And when he puts some obstacles, there's a fun for Krishna, there's a pain for us. But he's enjoying, so let him enjoy. One devotee was asking this question to me. I'm going through this. He said, why Krishna is giving this to me? He said, okay, first of all, it's our prarabdhas, but if you put in Krishna, that he's throwing this on you, then let him have fun. Why are you troubling him for his fun? This is his play, this is his game. Let him enjoy. And you just pray to Krishna, by giving me troubles, if you're enjoying, may you enjoy. Who am I to stop you? And if actually this entire world is created by Krishna for this is his soccer field. This is his soccer field. He plays with everyone. So with tears in the eyes, the sadhaka prays, I know. If you really want to enjoy, by giving me, may you enjoy. Who am I to stop you? Because I'm your dog. Tumi to Thakur tomara kukur. I'm your pet dog. I have no rights to complain to you. I'll be just sitting at the doorstep. And when Sri Bhakti Thakur is telling this song, I was sitting at your doorstep. And when you're going to call me, I will just come waving my tail near to you. And if you feel like you can throw one piece of bread, because I'm your pet, I have no right to claim or to say, give me this, give me that. I will be a pet dog. What would Thakur is saying? Tumi to Thakur, tumhara kukui. I will come dancing when you're going to call me. Come, come, oh dog, come here. I'll be dancing, waving my tail. You know, such humble and the low mood with very high aspiration and expressing high moods. Who can express this? Those who are Radhika Jans. Those who are aligned with Radharani's mood. So Bhakti Thakur can express this. And this is the mood of Radharani. I want to become animal. I want to become bird. I want to become this. I want to become that. But I don't want to become Gopi. And Krishna is controlled by deer or sakas or the Vatsalya. No. Krishna is controlled by Vraj Gopis. Is Krishna controlled by Vraj Gopis? Amongst all the Gopis, two are prominent. Teorapi ubhe madhe Radhika sarva Radhika Ma bhav sarupani guna ratir vayasi. Amongst all the Gopis, Chandravali and Radharani is topmost. So they compete. But there is no any room for competing there. Chandravali is nourishing the mood of Radharani by assuming a counterpart of Radharani, by taking that role. But actually her role is there to nourish and enhance. So what to speak of obstructions in the life of devotees I mentioned. There's obstructions in the meeting of Radha and Krishna. This obstruction. And who's creating this obstruction? Krishna wants these obstructions. So what he goes through, he put this to others too. What is going through? Obstructions. Chandravali is obstruction in meeting of Radha and Krishna. This obstruction is transcendental obstruction, not material obstructions. Chandravali is putting this obstruction in the meeting of Radha and Krishna. And then what happens? The love gets enhanced more. Understand? And why Krishna goes to Chandravali if he loves Radharani the most? Okay, on one hand we hear all activities of Krishna center towards Radharani. He has no other purpose. All other rasas, Dasya, Sakhya, Vatsalya, the qualities of each and every rasa. Dasya rasa is his own quality, Sakhya is his quality, Vatsalya is quality, affection and all. The qualities of each and every rasa consolidate together and merge into the Madhurya Ras, along with Madhurya Ras' own quality. You know, how condensed and how condensed and how powerful it is, we can't fathom that. It is so deep. Okay. So then why Krishna, who's in Dwarika, sleeping with his wives and weeping and crying, Radhe, Radhe, Radhe. So now you're separated from Radharani and that's why you're crying. Do you also cry in Braj? Or it's just a momentary separation mood? Oh, I remember my first love. You know, first love always, Radha was my first love. Now I got married, 16,108 queens. Sleeping with Rukmani, Satyabhama and all his pillow get drenched with tears, calling out Radhe, Radhe, Radhe. It's just the momentary emotions. No, sir.
It's not a Sanchari Bhav.
It's not a Sanchari Bhav. It's not just the waves.
Sthayi Bhav.
It's a Sthayi Bhav. So is he also crying when he was in Braj? Yes. Radha Chinta Niveshinam Yasya Kanti Velopita Shri Krishna Charanam Vande Radha Lingita Vigraham. Calling out Radhe, Radhe, Radhe in separation, Krishna lost his complexion. And he get the complexion of Radharani. He is weeping and crying. One example. Other example is Yasya Kadapi Vasna Chalkhela Notya Dhanyati Dhanyane Pavanene Kirtarthaman Yogidram Durgam Gati Madhusudonopi Tasya Vishabhanu Sute Api Dushepi. Krishna is calling out Radhe, 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 and he falls unconscious on the bank of Jamuna. In a mild breeze from Jamuna, when touches the veil of Radharani and comes to the nostrils of Krishna, making him again in the conscious state.
It says Radha Rasa Shuddhanidhi.
Radha Rasa Shuddhanidhi, like Prabhupada Saraswati Thakur. You see? So there are many examples like this. I'm just counting one or two. Okay, Jayadev Goswami, Geet Govind. Itas tatat anusliptya anangavan khina manasa kritanutapi sa kalandi nandani tatant kunde vishada madhava. In Vasanta Ras, Radharani disappeared from Raslila. Krishna in search of Radharani, here and there, hither and thither, looking for Radharani, not finding Radharani and calling out Radhe, Radhe, weeping and crying. Understand? So it's not that only Radharani is possessive for Krishna. Krishna is possessive for Radharani too. Understand? But in comparison, who is more possessive? What is meaning of possessiveness?
Mindness, you are mine.
Wait. Loving someone and possessive about someone is two different directions. All gopis love Krishna. Chandravali also love Krishna. Krishna also loves them. Reciprocation is there. But Krishna is more possessive. Or which gopi is more possessive towards Krishna? Shukdev Goswami is saying, Anne Radhito Nunam Bhagwan Hari Vishwara Yanna Vihaya Govinda. Radharani, who serve or worship Krishna the most. Worship means possessive about Krishna the most. What is worship? What Radharani is worship? Her worship is abusement to Krishna. Oh devotee, black person, liar, cheater. This worship.
It's not I love you.
It's not I love you. It is I hate you.
That's the higher I love you.
That's a higher I love you. Priya yadi man kore kore bharsan Ved Sruti Haite Hare Moraman. When my priyas, my dearmost one, my beloved ones, when they abuse me, those words of abusement is fully tinged with love. It's more appealing to my ears rather than hearing every day the prayers and glorifications of the stutis. To love and to get possessive. There's a very subtle, fine line difference there. Radharani is so possessive for Krishna. To enhance that possessive mood of Radharani, intentionally, Krishna goes to the camp of Chandravali. Why so? Because by going to the camp of Chandravali and reciprocation of love with Chandravali too, Chandravali, which termed as Grita Sneha. Sneha means what? Possessiveness. Sneh, man, pranay. So sneh comes after prema. That's why I said this. With some philosophical background. Not just emotionally I'm saying love is different, possessiveness is different. So asakti, bhav, prema. This is the stage of prema. But after prema, sneh, man, pranay, rag, anurag. This stage of rag is called possessive mood. Understand? So Krishna goes to Chandravali to make Radharani exhibiting more and more man for Krishna. And putting her intentionally into that man, Krishna is feeling, I'll get more opportunity to serve her now. So the mood of service is prominent, means the mood of that loving service is prominent, and in this way Krishna understands the possessive mood of Radharani. Radharani also understands the possessive mood of Krishna. This possessiveness is very dangerous. Loving someone is good. Being possessive of someone, it hurts. It hurts. Because you have no option. You can't live without that personality. It becomes like life air. There's hurt in love too, but it goes extreme in the mood of possessiveness. And this is the case with Shri Radharani. And therefore, Krishna's every action is there to please Radharani. And that's the reason Srimad Bhagavatam, Sripad Radhanath Prabhu begins with the words from Bhagavatam. Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada, Srila Gurudev, all express Srimad Bhagavatam is full of the glories of Radharani. Many sampradayas, many people doubt there is no name of Radharani. But they address Srimad Bhagavatam. The title itself says Shri. Who's that Shri? Shri means Radharani. Prabhu just said the words by Kapil Bhagwan. So that's the beauty of our acharyas, Srila Prabhupada, Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur. The expert swimmers who can go deep into the ocean and take out the jewels which are lying on the ocean. Ordinary swimmers can't do. They can just float, surfing only. But expert swimmers, they go dive deep into the waters and they bring out those jewels, pearls and all that. Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur and all his paripars, and those who are following Srila Prabhupada, Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, they are very expert swimmers. And they relate each and every verse of the stutis of either the devotees or like Kapil Bhagwan related to Radharani. If you try to understand with the Sanskrit grammar, the Sanskrit grammar has no space there. It's not about grammar, it's about emotions. Some couple of days back I was watching someone was shouting and roaring on a speaker who was speaking the same subject that the glories of Radharani are present in each and every verse of Bhagavatam. And because he was a Sanskrit scholar, he was giving more emphasis on the grammar. Say, no, how is that possible? Baba, with your intelligence, with your brain and your grammar, you can't understand this. This is beyond that. So you have to cross other level. You are still child. Hmm? Who can be more intellectual than Uddhav? Who got bewildered? Such sharp, intellectual. Vrishni Nam Parva Mantri. Vrishni means what? There are two dynasties which comes in Yadu Vansha. The Bhoj and the Vrishnis. The Bhoj dynasty and the Vrishni dynasty. They both comes under Yadu Vamshas. The dynasty Yadus. Duryodhan and all, they are Bhoj dynasty. But Uddhav, Ugrasen Maharaj, Krishna, Vrishni. So Vrishni Nam Parvo Mantri. The best amongst all the Vrishnis. This dynasty is Uddhav dynasty. Vrishni Nam Parvo Mantri, Krishnasya Daita Sakha, Brahaspati Sheshya Sakshat, Uddhav Buddhi Sattama. Uddhav, who is direct disciple of Brahaspati, the priest of all, the guru of all the demigods, and best amongst all the ministers, who is even guiding Krishna what to do, what not to do. Go this direction, don't go that direction. Krishna got bewildered many times. Uddhav, what to do, where to go first. Uddhav is guiding. That Uddhavji, with such high intellect, with that Gyan, he came on in this. You see, he also knew grammar, Sanskrit, fully equipped with all knowledge, fully equipped, no any wrong there in his understanding. You know? Krishna wants to go, wants to put Uddhav to go in the university, where Radharani is principal, where Radharani is dean, and Lalita Vishaka, they are professors. This university is called University of, not University of Wales, or Oxford, or any XYZ, it's called University of Prema. Excuse me, sir, where is that? Never heard. Which country? This University of Prema, you have to go India for this. Oh, but then we need visa for this in our passport. Yeah? Which visa is required? The stamp of, the visa with the stamp of this desire to become the maid servant of Radharani. This visa is required, and then you get admitted to that University of Prema. Uddhav also came there with so much grammar, understanding. But when he heard the words which Radharani is speaking in bewildered state of consciousness, sometimes she's not even aware what she's speaking, and sometimes she's aware of what she's speaking. This is called bewildered state. If you're totally unaware of speaking, then you're totally crazy. And if you're aware of speaking, you can't say that person is mad or crazy. But bewildered state is when you speak sometimes sane, sometimes insane. This is what Radharani is saying. Mrigayu eva kapindra vibdulubda dharma istrim akrit virupam istajit kamana. Don't ever trust this black fellow. You all know the story. I'm not going into details into it, but just touching the point. Oh, this black, he was the one who killed a monkey. You know, there was fight between two brothers. What is your point to come in between two brothers? It's a fight between a family, two brothers. He embraced one brother and he killed the other one. So biased. And that too by cheating, hiding behind a tree. Killed Bali, the monkey, and embraced Sugriv. And not only that, someone beautiful came to propose you, and you made her so ugly. the sister of Brahman. But Uddhav is saying, oh, Radhaji, he was Kshatriya. Kshatriya are allowed to do such things. Then Radharani counter or answer to him saying that what Kshatriya, what good he did when he became a Brahmin also. As Vaman, he showed tiny little feet and he expanded that, extended that and covered up everything. Even when he played the role of Brahman, was he good? Cheater. So we have lost all hope, everything in him. Then Uddhav submissively bewildered. Uddhav got bewildered to see the bewildered state of Radha. Then he understood. And he asked the question, wait a minute. I'm hearing so much. Madhupa Kitova Bando Mas Parshantis Patnaya Brahmar Geet starts from here. I'm bewildered. I want to raise one question. You telling me again and again, don't trust this black person, don't trust this black person, don't trust this black person, they are liars, they are cheaters, so and so. They are referring to Krishna, the Supreme Lord. But since I'm here, you're only speaking about him.
Forget him.
Just forget him. And to answer, Radharani said, Tad alam asi sakhi dustajyam tad kathartham. This is only our problem. We can't give up speaking about him. So, where Sanskrit grammar can play a role here? Uddhav is bewildered. How is that possible? If you don't like someone, hate someone, just stop speaking. She said, this is our problem. And Srila Gurudev, intimate associate of Radharani, he also said this in New Braj Bajar. He begins with Prahlad Maharaj. Shavanam Kirtanam Vishnu Smaranam Pada Sevanam Archanam Vandanam Dasya Sakhyam Atmanivedanam Iti Pumsam Arpita Vishnu Bhakti Shanam Rakshana. This is Navida Bhakti Gurudev is teaching. Then one should start Bhakti from the age of 5. Komar Achet Pragyo Dharma Bhagavataniha Durla Manushya Janam Tadapenu Dhruvarthadam. All teachings of Prahlad Maharaj, Srila Gurudev is just correct. We have video, you can see this. Tad sadhu manne asurvar dehinam sadas mugdha diyam asad grihat hitu atapatam griyanda kupam vanam gatam yad harim ashre. He's speaking, teaching to his own father, Hiranyakashipu. But then after that, Gurudev said, by following Navida Bhakti, what happens? I'm not speaking word to word, but I'm expressing the mood. By following Navida Bhakti, one achieve what? Prema, because Bhajan Madhya Shesh Navida Bhakti, Krishna Prem Krishna Dite Dhare Mahashakti, Tar Madhya Sarvashresht Nama Sankirtan, Niraparade Nam Lele Pave Premadhan. Amongst all the limbs of Bhakti, the 9 limbs of Bhakti is most prominent, and amongst the 9 limbs of Bhakti, Shravan, Kirtana, Smarana is more prominent. And by performing these limbs of Bhakti, one attain Prem. And who's the embodiment of Prem? The embodiment of Prem is Radharani, and that is seen in Braj. And then from there he entered to Braj, and then start speaking Radharani's topic 1 hour, 2 hours, and then he stopped. Oh, he said, this is my problem. I can't resist speaking about Radharani. This is my problem. And Radharani also said this. Tad alam ase sakhi dustajyam tad kathartham. Not just by emotional mood, but with the practicality of understanding the acharyas, their actions, their words. We can understand where and how they are into or aligned with their worshipable. Gurudev said, my worshipable is Radharani. So try to compare these two dealings. Radharani said the same word. Srimad Bhagavatam, 10th canto, Brahma Gita. This is our problem, and we can't stop ourselves speaking about Krishna. But Gurudev said, I can't stop myself speaking about Radharani. I can't. Begins from Dhruv Maharaj, Prahlad Maharaj, and going to Radharani. There's so many. So they are expert divers. They go into it and brings the joys. So grammar doesn't work there. Similar, and then saying so, Satang prasangam mama virja samvido. Sri Radhanath Prabhu just said. The famous verse and the instruction given by Kapil Bhagwan to everyone on the pretext of speaking to his mother, Devhuti. Satang prasangam mama virja samvido bhavanti hit karna rasayana katha. O Mother Devhuti, Satang prasangam. Because prior to that, Mother Devhuti approached Kapil Bhagwan and said, Oh my son, oh Prabhu, I'm tired of enjoying my senses. I'm tired now. What should I do? And how to stop this? Then Shri Kapil Bhagwan, hearing this question, he said, all this mamta, the attachment, develops from the concept of I and mine. I and mine. My house, my family, my country, my society, my eyes, my nose, everything my, and I. So cut down this attachment of I and mine. She said it's so hard. You think that's easy? For you it's easy because you're Bhagwan, right? Not for the sadhakas. Then Kapil Bhagwan said, yes, with the association of my devotees. So what do you have to do? Satang prasangam virja samvido. Go to my devotees, and what kind of devotees? High class devotees. And hear my Satang prasangam mam virja samvido. Focus on this point, Prabhu. What is the meaning, the literal meaning of the verse? Go to my devotees, associate with them, high class devotees. What do they mean by high class devotees here? Raganuga Bhaktas. I'm coming to this. Satang prasangam, not just sangha. It is said prasanga. Sangha means association. Prasanga means association of Parikya Bhav devotees. Prasangam, prakashtu rupena sangha. With those devotees. Mam virja samvido. Mam means mine. Virja means
Glorious.
Powerful.
Heroic.
heroic, powerful. Powerful here means potency. And who is the potency?
Srimati Radhika.
Bas.
Haribo. Jai Jai Shri Radhe.
Here those, with those who are in Parikya Bhav, Jai Jai Ujjvala Ras Sarva Rasa Sar, Parikya Bhave Jaha Brajete Prachar. Those sadhus, not very bhaktas, not Sakyavar, but Prasangam, Parikya devotees. Mam Virj Samvido, mine and my potency, Radharani's Harikatha. Then what will happen? Jad tad joshno ashpo vartamini Shraddha Rati Shraddha Bhakti kya? Shraddha Rati Bhakti Anukramashati. Then you will develop that Shraddha and that Rati and that Bhakti which is only inclined towards Braj Bhav, not any other Bhav. This is the only purport of Srimad Bhagavatam. There is no other purpose, and there is no other purport of Bhagavatam. Inclining the readers, the speakers, and listeners towards Braj Prem. There's no other purpose and goal of Srimad Bhagavatam. As Srila Bhaktivinoda Bharati Goswami Maharaj, we were amazed to hear from him. This is called, Prasangam, Satam, pure devotees. They are absorbed in the mood of Radharani, but some acharyas, they express openly, sometime openly, and some who express this secretly to intimate devotees, not openly. Guru Maharaj was also like this. It's not that they don't know. Is that possible?
No.
They are so partial. Srila Prabhupada, Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, and Srila Prabhupada, Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur signed by saying, I am Vrishabhanavi Daita Das. And all this acharyas, they are tadatme. But they see our adhikar. You are qualified, otherwise you will take it wrong. You will take the affairs of Radha and Krishna like ordinary affairs and you may commit offense. So they are protecting us like a mother, sometimes protecting the child from eating. If the child is diseased, refrain them from eating halwa and puris. Better eat khichdi first. Cure yourself and then later on you get halwa puris. Sometimes this mood. But sometimes some acharyas, Srila Gurudev, Sri Janardhan Goswami Maharaj, and many others, they want to feed halwa. Eat this and you get appetite. And you don't taste and appetite together. So we don't have to judge the judges. Can you judge the judges?
No.
They are the judges. They are the judges. How we can judge them? Oh, he said this, he said that. There's a difference. That's stupid, gross level understanding. They're all aligned and saying the same thing in a different roles. That's all.
Yes.
So Srila Bhaktivinoda Bharati Goswami Maharaj, while describing the verse Anya Vilashita Shunyam Gyan Karmand Navritam Anukulena Krishna Shilanam Bhakti Uttama. What is Uttama Bhakti? The primary and the secondary in these 4 lines. The other first 2 lines are secondary. The rest 2 lines are primary, which says Anukulena Krishna Nushilanam.
Swarup Lakshana.
The Sarup Lakshana. The first 2 lines say Tatastha Lakshana. The Sarup Lakshana of Uttama Bhakti, the pure Bhakti, the highest Bhakti is Anya Vilashna Anukulena Krishna Nushilanam. Krishna Nushilani means what? What is meaning Krishna Nushilani?
Favorable for Krishna.
Favorable means what? Favorable means serving Krishna, not
Beneficial.
just favorable. Serving Krishna, but how serving Krishna? Anukulena. Another name of Radharani is Anukulena Shakti. Means the following the footsteps of Radharani. Serving Krishna in that mood is Uttama Bhakti. Anything below that is Nimna Bhakti, secondary. Understand? Radharani's Anukula Shakti means all her attempts, all her activities is Anukul, favorable for Krishna. No one can be more favorable than Radharani. Not Sadharni Rati Kubja, not the Samanjasya Rati, the Queens of Dwarka, not Samartha Rati, the Gopis. But amongst Chandravali and Radharani, Radharani's topmost, that's most favorable mood of serving Krishna. And very beautifully he said, another name of Radharani is, we heard from him, is Sevarani. Yes. Because she served Krishna with all her emotions, with all her moods. Because of one point, she don't love Krishna, she's possessive about Krishna. That's a fine line. Other gopis also love Krishna. So if say Radharani also love Krishna, then what's the difference? That's why I said she's possessive about Krishna. make him happy by pleasing him. Whatever makes him happy, not whatever makes him upset and makes him sad. That's called possessiveness. It is so easy to say, but if we can understand, we can relate with someone to whom we are possessive, how it feels. It hurts. More than in love. Possessiveness hurts. What's time now?
6:48.
My time is up.
I don't think
just
so.
felt-
I think you have a little more time.
I felt 7 earlier when you were talking.
Okay. I feel like I only spoke 5-10 minutes.
Yeah.
I think
It's only been 5 or 10 minutes.
Yeah. I think this katha is medicinal for Gaurang Prabhu's wife.
We're gonna send Gaurang Prabhu's wife.
Please don't end
good,
on pain.
Good vibes. Healing vibes.
Please don't end on pain. Maharajji.
So Maharaj, you spoke about possessiveness. So many levels of devotees have mamata. I think even Dasya have some degree of that. So this Twadiyata, who can genuinely say Krishna is wife? What
Radhika.
levels?
That's the difference between Chandravali and Radharani. Chandravali has Todiya mood. Krishna, I'm yours. But Madhya Bhav is only with Radharani. You are mine. This is possessiveness.
Tavai Vasmi, Tavai Vasmi.
Radha, Chandravali said, I'm yours. That means she is expressing her love for Krishna. But with full rights on Krishna. Radharani says, Radharani who is Madhu Sneha, Madhya Bhav, you are mine. I have all rights on you. It's a very high mood, more than Chandravali mood. That's why, it's good. This is a benefit of in Rasik Sangha. You all are so Rasik Vaishnavas. I'm just learning from all of you. This is the benefit. Now, the meditation which I was having, I was meditating on this morning. What is the difference between love and possessiveness? I was meditating on this, and here comes. You all nourishing this point. Thank you, Prabhu, so much. By giving this, Tadiya and Madhya Bhav. This is what about love and possessiveness. This is a fine line, not friends. Understand? And also one thing he said. In Dasyaras, there is also mamata. They serve Krishna with mamata. Mamata means? Mindness. Sakhyaras also serve Krishna with mamata. Vasyalas, so much mamata means affection. But Srila Rupa Goswami Pad and Vishnu Chakur Thakur, they distinguish these 4 rasas by saying in Dasya ras, the only mode is there to serve Krishna. And in Dasya ras means actually not the servants of Krishna. They are servants of Nanda Baba. Srila Gurudev said this. They are servants of Nanda Baba, some of them, and also mixed with the servant of Krishna, means Rakta Patra, all this. They have this Madhya Bhav also, but in a very minute. It grows more in Sakhyaras. They also feel possessive for Krishna. But something get restricted in that mood is, or lacking in that mood is, they give Krishna full pleasure of laughter, joking and all that. But Krishna will feel hungry or starving, this mood is not present there. And that completes in Vatsalya Ras. So Vatsalya Ras means the mindness, the mamta getting more condensed. as is rising from Dasya to Sakya to Vatsalya. Understand? Rising there in Vatsalya rasa. Where Lalan and Palan means nourishing Krishna. Yashoda Maya calls out Krishna. She's telling Rohini, can you call Krishna Balram? The boys must be hungry. This is always the intent of mothers. Sakhas, they don't have so much about this. That's why Vatsalya Ras, there's little more mamata, possessiveness. So Rohini Maya is calling, Krishna, Dau, come, you must be hungry. And Krishna Balram playing with the Sakhas. Rohini Maya comes to Yashoda Maya and says, Yashoda, they are not going to listen to me. If you call, then they will come. Yashoda Maya feel embarrassed. No, Rohini, we have equal affection for the boys. Don't say like this. But Rohini Maya is glorifying Yashoda Maya. Okay, Yashoda, you call. Then Yashoda Maya, she calls out for Krishna. Krishna, Krishna Ravindaksh, Tat ihas tanam piva. Oh Krishna, beautiful Ivan, come and drink my breast milk. Ihas tanam piva. Moment Krishna hears this, he takes the hands of Balaram, Baldev Prabhu. Both Krishna and Balaram come running to Yashoda Maya. But sometimes Krishna jump on the lap of Rohini Maya, sometimes thou jump on the lap of Yashoda Maya. There's no difference. But one thing is lacking in this. Shri Vishnu Chakur Thakur is saying, complete mamta is there. But Sarvanga Seva, serving Krishna with complete limbs, that's not in Vatsalya. The mother of, the mood of mother and the mood of wife. Mother also have affection, wife also have affection, friends also have affection, but there's so much difference between the affection of friends, the affection of mother, and the affection of wife. So wife have all the moods of a servant, she plays the mood of a servant, means she serves her husband or beloved, and she also plays a mood of a sakha, being a very intimate friend, share heart to heart things, and also Vatsalya. Oh, why my husband didn't came back home? Every day he used to come 5 o'clock. Hey, where are you? Is everything fine? Vatsalya, fear. Always a fear something wrong happened. Never any positive comes. That's the nature of fear. Always thinking negative. He's fine, something happened, accident or what? This is Vatsalya, affection. But Vatsalya ras can't serve with entire body. That's only Madhuras. Gopis, they serving Krishna with all the limbs. Everything. Nothing is for themselves. Everything surrendered to Krishna. Everything. Body, mind, words, heart, emotions, everything. So the affection rise from, the possessive mood rise from Dasya to a certain degree, then it goes to high to Sakya, then it goes higher to Vatsalya, and then top was higher to Madhurya Ras. And that possessive mood of Radharani, she surrenders to, or she gives to Krishna, which make Krishna control. Because then there is no any lacking there. It's complete Madhurya Ras. So therefore Krishna is complete. Om Purnamidam Purnamasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Shishate. Ishopanishad says it. He is complete, therefore he is expecting completeness. And he loves completeness, which is only present in that Madhurya Ras. That's why Shri Mahaprabhu, he likes to hear verses from Shri Ramanand Rai, And also Raghupati Upadhyay, Mahaprabhu met him. So he asked Raghupati Upadhyay. And Raghupati Upadhyay, he knows what Mahaprabhu wants to hear. He don't want to hear, Mahaprabhu doesn't like to hear, oh Mahaprabhu, so much work pressure. I'm trying to chant holy name. Sometimes I'm finding difficult to chant. This is what Mahaprabhu wants to hear. I mean, he hearing our prayers, but he's not delighted. That's not fascinating. Okay? What he loves to hear, this is what shows the proof. Raghupati Upadhyay said, Shruti apare smriti itare, Bharat anantu bhava bhajadita, aham ihananda vande, yas salinda paragram. Mataji, what's the translation?
Others may delight in the Shrutis or in the Smritis, but my only necessity is that I just want to offer my humble respects to Nanda Maharaj, for I see that the Supreme Absolute Truth, Para Brahman, is crawling in his courtyard as a baby boy.
See? Mahaprabhu was so happy. Everyone heard what she said? Whatever Shrutis and Smritis, Puranas, and Mahabharata speaks about Krishna, let them praise, let them glorify. Who are the Shrutis? Chaitanya Charitamrita, Kaviraj Goswami described. Shruti, Mata, Prishta. Shrutis are mothers. Smritis, they are sisters. Puranas, they act as brothers. Yeah, the verse in Chaitanya Charitamrita. Find the reference, I don't know.
Shruti's mothers,
Shruti, Mata, Prishta. Smritis are sisters.
Smritis are sisters, and
Puranas are
Puranas are
brothers. And they all claim that who is supreme? The Krishna. So let them say whatever they. But Aham Iha Nanda Bande. I praise and glorify Nanda Maharaj, in whose courtyard Yas Salind Parbrahm, the Supreme Personality, is enacting not human-like but childish pastime, childlike pastimes. So he immediately, he didn't mention about Dasya and Sakhi. He came to direct Vatsalya Ras. Amongst all the rasas, Vatsalya and Madhura are the topmost. And only in these two rasas, Krishna uttered the word no. Na. As you all know, in Madhuras, in front of Radharani, Krishna accept his defeat, and what he said? Na pareham. Na pareham. Nirvadyu samajam susadu krittam vibhudiyo shapiva. Oh Radharani, I cannot repay you. Naham. And also in Vasudevas. When Krishna ate the soil, Yashoda came in front of Yashoda Maya. Naham Bakshitamam. Sarve Mitha Vishnu Sina. Understand? So Raghupati Upadhyay knows very well the mood of Mahaprabhu. He begins with Vasudevas. Aham Iha Nanda Vande. I glorify, praise Nanda Baba. Vasudevas. Mahaprabhu said, I'm very happy. I'm so happy, Raghupati. Is anything else you have to say? Or shall I go? No, wait a minute. Let me finish.
You finished?
Yeah. I didn't finish yet.
Oh.
he's going to give the next verse.
Oh.
Don't clip it.
Otherwise I will lose the connection. Then Raghupati Upadhyay said, Shamam evam pararupam puri mathura puri vara vayam kishore ekam addeva paramrasa.
And these are his compositions, right?
His
composition.
He composed this.
Right.
Mahaprabhu embraced him. So joyous. What he said, Shama evam param rupam. Amongst all other form, the dark complexion form Krishna is the topmost. Shama eva param rupam. And there are 7 Puris. Kashi is one Puri, Jagannath is one Puri, all other Ayodhya is Puri, But Mathura, Sham eva param rupam, Puri, Mathura, Puri, Varaha. Among all other, topmost Mathura means Brajmandal. Puri, Mathura, Puri, Varaha. Vayam Kishor Ekam. So there are Balya Leela, then there is Poganda Leela, and there is Kishora Leela. Balya Leela is also captivating, Poganda Leela is captivating, but topmost is Kishora Leela. Now he is growing and speaking the topmost point. Krishna, the Sham complexion, the topmost. His abode of pastimes, Mathura Puri, Vrindavan, Brajmanda, topmost. Then amongst the pastimes, not Balya Leela, not Poganda Leela, Keshava Leela. Shama eva param rupam, Puri Mathura Puri Vara, Vayam Keshava Ekam. And then he finally comes to the point when Mahaprabhu was so restless, he said, Adya evo param rasa. Shingar ras is the topmost ras. Mahaprabhu embraced Raghupati Padre. Tears of love start flowing. He got delighted. This is what Mahaprabhu, and this is what all Acharya wants to hear. There is their favorite topics. Mahaprabhu embraced him. You see? Why I raised this point? Because the mode of possessiveness is highest in Madhurya Ras. Mahaprabhu loves to hear this. Mahaprabhu stamped this. Yes, this is it. This is one verse from Bhagavatam. Now speaking about controlling of Krishna. Krishna himself gives this advice to Uddhav. 11th canto. Na sadhyati mam yogo, na sankhya dhar uddhava, na yogas tapas tyago, yatha bhaktir mamodita. O Uddhav, I cannot be controlled by na sadhyati mam yoga, by practicing yoga, by practicing sankhya yoga. Na sadhyati mam yoga, na sankhya dhar uddhava, na yogas tapas tyago. Not with any tapasya, or not with any renunciation. Yatha bhaktir mamojita. As I am pleased and controlled by my bhakti. What is that bhakti here means? Now relate this to Radharani. How Krishnas get controlled? Not with any yoga process, not even renunciation. Brahman Patnis, the Dvija Patnis, they also showed renunciation. You know? Any need to explain this? Everyone knows this, right?
Yes.
The wives of Brahmins, they renounced their husbands. They came to Krishna. Krishna was pleased? Yes. But Krishna is very tricky. And he always throw a test. You know, Matajis, when they cook rice, how they check if the rice is cooked or not? Just take one piece. If it is soft, means all cooked. Not that she has to touch each and every piece of rice. Then she has to start 2 days back for the program. Krishna is very tricky. He wants to, okay, they showed renunciation. They renounced their husbands, they came to me. Now, I want to test them. Krishna said, oh Brahmin Patnis, Dvija Patnis, your husband is going to chastise you. And this is also not the proper etiquette from the Vedic scriptures, from the, rituals. That you have to disobey your husbands and renounce them and come to serve me like this. You will get defamed in the society. Moment Dvija Patni heard this, okay, then we go back.
Oh.
They went back. This is renunciation. Na sadhyati mam yogo,
We never heard that part of it.
Yeah.
na sankhya dharma. What you even heard?
That they went back.
What they did then?
They went back, but their husbands were okay. They didn't.
They came back, and that's why the husband felt embarrassed. And they said, Dhik Janma,
Okay.
oh, fie on our learning, fie on our rituals, fie on everything else. You wives, so fortunate. They came back.
Okay.
Well, the
So-
gopis also came back eventually.
Listen. Let me finish. I know, you're very learned, I know. Let me finish. Let me finish. This is the, when we sit in the Sabha assembly of learned people. They came back, right? But did the Dujapatnis argue or debate on Krishna, why are you sending us back to our husbands? Never even once, one time they said this. Moment they heard this fear of the society, immediately came back. That's answer for you, Didi. You got the answer?
Yeah.
Makes sense? Gopis, even Krishna is telling them, go back.
He didn't go back.
They immediately went back. Who are you to say to us to go back? No, serve your husbands. Krishna tried to show them some fear of the Shastras. That's Ras Leela. What Krishna said? Wife is supposed to serve their husbands, no matter what. Krishna is speaking dharma. And Krishna said what? Krishna said, Dushilo durbhago vriddho jad rogo adhan apiva. Even if the husband is bad conduct, ill fortune, old or poor or disease, a wife is supposed to serve husband. Gopi said, you done? You have something more to say? They argued on that. They debate on that. And what they proved? They proved, Krishna, you are only our husband. They went back. It's not that Gopi stayed there. But they proved and answered Krishna. And cut his points. You showing us fear from Maryada perspective. You showing us fear from the Veda concept. We have no fear. Or if you want us, and with this, if you think we go to hell, we don't mind. We are here to serve you, O our beloved Krishna. This is the difference. The mood of the Dujapatnis and the Gopis. So Dujapatni renounced. Jai Dujapatni Jai Naga Kanyagam. Bhakti te jahara pailo Govinda Charan. The wives of Kaliya also. A kind of renunciation. Not complete renunciation. But, oh Krishna, can you please spare our husband? We knew, he's very cruel. Always venting, poison. Troubled everyone. Dancing on his hoods, now he's vomiting. Yeah. Please, can you spare our husband? Did Gopis ever said, please take care of our husbands and stop them? Can you please guide them? Make them aligned with you? No. They never ever cared for their husbands. Not even asking forgiveness on the part of the husbands. Because they are not our husbands. You are our husband. I am speaking on the commentaries of Acharyas. It's not just my fabrication. Rukmani, in love with Krishna. And when Krishna was kidnapping Rukmani, whereas we say Rukmani was kidnapping Krishna. Then Rukmani's brother Rukmi came forward with sword. Oh, you can't take my sister like this. You have to fight with me. Krishna said, listen, now you're my relative. You're my brother-in-law. Yeah, Bill. You're my brother-in-law. But I'm also Kshatriya. If you raise your voice, and if you ask me to fight, then I'm Kshatriya, I'll forget everything else. And Krishna also took his sword. And a fight took place. Krishna just put one strike on Rukmi, his sword fell on the ground, and Krishna wants to kill Rukmi. Rukmini came. No, please. He's my brother. Can you please spare him? No harm in this. Don't think from the material perspective. Oh, because, every sister love brother. It's not about that. If you put this point in between, that is totally contaminating the whole scenario there. The vichar, the ras vichar there is, Rukmani still have consideration for his brother. Understand? But with gopis, pati sutanvaya bratu bandhava, Gopi Geet, which renunciation is shresh, topmost. Comparing on the scale the Brahmin Patnis and the Gopis. So, na sadhyati mam yogo, na sankhya dharmuddhava, na yogas tapas tyago. Even renunciation doesn't control me, doesn't please to me. Rukmani also have a great renunciation, forgetting of everyone else. But there go, she attached, she showed that attachment. Can you please spare my brother? Krishna said, okay, as you say. So moment any relative come in between, any mood of relative come in between, then the possessiveness diminish there. Understand? Now don't take this materially. That what you saying, Maharaj, so we should not care for our wife, husband, brother. Baba, I'm not speaking that. I'm on a different level of speaking. Absolute and relative. Okay. At that point, Rukmani is also possessive about Krishna, but that possessiveness has some mixture. Whereas, that's why the gopis' worship of Krishna or Radharani's love for Krishna is unparalleled. No one can compare with that because nothing is there. Brother, pati sutanvaya bhratur bandhava. No concern about anyone else. They debate Krishna, argued on Krishna. Krishna said, why you came in the dead night? There's so many animals here. Are you not fearful? And your husband goes to chastise you when you go back. And what gopis replied? It's our Vrindavan. Who are you? What's your problem? We came to see the beauty of Vrindavan. Krishna said, you can see it from the rooftop. Gopi said, this is our Vrindavan. Who are you to stop us? We are here to see the beauty of Vrindavan. How does this matter to you? Because Krishna started this, okay? And he got in trouble. How he started this? First of all, playing on flute, invited them. When they all came, Krishna said, oh, Swagato Mahabhaga. Welcome, welcome, Mahabhaga. You're very fortunate one. Priyam kir karvani va. Priyam kim karvani va. What shall I do? And why you are here? Gopi said, come on. They started looking each other. What is saying? You inviting us. Okay, Radhana Prabhu invited. Kalimba Didi invited us. And we are at the doorstep. Hare Krishna. So, what brings you here? Come on. You inviting us and we are here and you asking, this looks so weird, right? This is how the gopis, and the gopis are not less. They spoke back. They speak back to Krishna. This is our Vrindavan. Who are you? But Krishna wants to say, this is the two sides of his explanation, of his expressions. Swagato Mahabhaga. Welcome, welcome. You are most fortunate one. Because you are here with me. Priyam kim karvani ho. What good I can do for you. You understand? Two different meanings. How can I serve you? This is what his intent, but he spoke differently to make this a rasa, a mellow. If everything is spoken directly, then there is no fun in that. So beginning from Rasa Leela, the beginning point, Krishna is acting like this. Two-side game. Internally different, outside different. Priyam kim karvani va. How can I What priya, what good I can do for you? Means how can I serve you? So, even renunciation doesn't please Krishna. Yatha bhaktir mamorjita. Only devotion, bhakti can please me and can control me. Which bhakti? Anukulena Krishna Nushirnam Bhakti Uttama. Only Uttama Bhakti, and that Uttama Bhakti means following the guidance and footsteps of Anukul, means Radharani. This verse also from Bhagavatam describes the glories of Radha, and similarly there are more. Bolo Shri Radharani ki jai. Understand? Yes, Prabhu, any question?
So I think you set me up for my question.
Yeah, I already set me up.
I'm hesitating to ask it, but this is the golden opportunity. So Gurudev prays in the words of Bhagavath Das Goswami. Tavai vasmi, na jivami, toyami, iti vikyaya devam,
Tave vasmi, na jivami, tavina, iti vigyaya devi, tam nayana jnana. Yes.
So, what mood of possessiveness? I mean, you just what you said is just.
Sri Raghunath Das Goswami, he expressed also very high mood of possessiveness for Radharani. Tave vasmi. Na jivami tvabina. I cannot live without you. Because try to understand this verse with other verse where Raghunath Das Goswami is saying Sakhe tumam namastu nityam dasyastu mam rasastu satyam. If Radharani, if you please with my services, then if you want me to bless with becoming a gopi, I pay humble obeisances to that boon. I don't want that reward. I don't want to become your Sakhi. My position is, I'm very much attached to Dasyas to Mam. I want to become your maid servant. Yeah. So, only to serve Radharani, but not independently. Iti Vigyaya Radhe. Radhe, please understand this. I want to serve your lotus feet. How? Not independently as Raghunath Das or as Rati Manjari. I got developed this greed to see Rupa Manjari. How Rupa Manjari is serving Radharani. Shri Rati Manjari developed that greed and looking in the eyes of Rupa Manjari. And Rupa Manjari understood by seeing in the eyes of Rati Manjari, she developed that greed. And Rupa Manjari then called Rati Manjari, come. Not indicating, but just with the eyes. This greed developed in the heart of Rati Manjari by seeing the unparalleled services or the serving mood of Shri Rupa Manjari for Radharani. So, with that mood, that how Radharani is so attached to Rupa Manjari and Rupa Manjari is equally attached to Radharani, very difficult to find a difference in there. Shri Raghunath Das Goswami is praying in that mood. Tave vasmi na jivami tvabina. You are mine. I can't live without you. Iti Vigyaya Radhe. And that's the reason that Radha Kund, which is not different of Radharani, in the separation of Shri Rupa Goswami when he left this world, that Radha Kund, which was the most favorite place of Shri Raghunath Das Goswami, appears to him as tigress. That Giriraj Govardhan, where Raghunath Das Goswami don't want to leave Giriraj Govardhan and live in Giriraj Govardhan, saying that Nija Nikata Nivasam Dehi Govardhanatvam. Nirupadi Karuena Shi Sachi Nandena Toi Kapati Shatopi Dhat Priyatavasi. Iti Khalu Mama Yogya Yogatam Tamaganam Nij Nikata Nevasam Dehi Govardhanatvam. That Giriraj Govardhan to Raghunath Das Goswami started appearing like a python. Is coming to devour me. Toward me. The python is coming to eat me. In Radhakund, tigress can devour me. This mood only comes when there is possessiveness.
The pain,
The
possessiveness.
pain, that's why I said, possessiveness hurts. There is pain in love also. But possessiveness really gives so much pain. Because you are attached to, so much attached, like infinite times, not billion, trillion. Attached to that object of love that you can't, there's a stage comes you can't live without that. When that attachment get a little obstruction, then this is what happens. Raghunath Goswami showing this possessiveness for Radhakund. Then Radhakund, which was his life and soul, he did bhajan throughout his life at Radhakund. And Radhakund is not different from Radharani, but now Radhakund appears to him as tigress. That Giriraj Govardhan for which Raghunath Goswami is praying, Nij Nikat Nivasam, give me residence. It's like a python. In normal situations, it can't be like this. In normal situation, oh Giriraj Govardhan, Raghunath Goswami is putting Tulsi Manjaris, worshipping Giriraj Govardhan, taking bath in Radhakund and remembering the pastime Radhakund. Everything is fine. In normal situations, it's not like this. But when the fire of separation comes, then this possessiveness mood is being expressed. Tiger, python. How is possible? How can you compare Giriraj to be a python? Poisonous. Radhakund to be tigress. These words of possessiveness. The Radharani modes of possessiveness is don't trust this black person. They cheated in all the yugas. This is the mood of possessiveness. So here lies the difference between the gopis, Chandravali, Shabya, Padma, Tatastha, Vipaksha, whoever it is. Trisargo Mrishaha. Trisargo Mrishaha. Dhamna Svena Sada Nirastukokam Satyam Para. Trisargo Mrisha means, Trisarg means Vipaksha, Tatastha and Suripaksha. Trisargo Mrisha.
I never heard this explanation.
Every verse of Bhagavatam is Radha.
That's right.
Trisargo Mrisha. Dhamna Svena Sada Nirastukokam Satyam Param Dhimai.
Haribo.
All glories to the Mamatva, the Mamta,
Jai Shri
the Matiya Bhav, the possessive mode of Shri Radha. Gaur Pimanam.
Haribo. Jai Jai Shri Radha.
Shri Radha Rani Ki
Jai.
Everyone, Shri Radha Rani Ki
Jai.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Shri Bhaktivedanta Siddhanti Maharaj
Ki
Jai.